Hello my dear students. Today in this video I will going to explain one topic. Its name is fiber to fabric. This topic is including in chemistry subject and this video is considered as a part 1 of this chapter. Okay. Before I am starting the topic, let me give you a small introduction about science. Okay, what do you mean by the term science? So basically science is the study of the nature and behavior of the natural thing. For example, suppose fan. So you might have question, how does this fan work? So it is also considered in science. What is sun, moon, earth, or should I say another example, that what is living organism, why this sky seems blue. So this all overall topic is covered in the science. So basically a science is a subject of what, why and how. Okay, now I have written chemistry over here. What is this? So as the science is a very huge subject, okay, so to understand it in a detail, the science is divided into main 3 branches, that is physics, chemistry and biology. Okay, physics will include the studies about matter. For example, what is matter, then light, then sound, force, energy, motion, etc. Okay, chemistry. What is chemistry? So chemistry is all about the material. Okay, how this material is made up of. Okay, what is the property, what will happen if I will combine 2 substances together. Okay, so these kind of topic will include in the chemistry. Okay, and last branch is biology. Okay, so biology is the study of about living organism, for example plants, animals, human beings. Okay, it is about to understand their structure, their body functions. Okay, also it will include food, disease, etc., etc., which is completely related with the living organism. So like this way science is divided into such 3 branches. Okay, so here it is, we are going to talking. So here basically we are going to discuss about the topic that is fabric. Okay, different kinds of cloth material. Okay, how they made up of, how do we obtain that, how the fabric is going to be formed. So these things that we are going to discuss, and that's why this chapter is included in chemistry. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. Okay, have you ever noticed that the clothes whatever we wear feel very different? Okay, if you touch it, how can you able to identify that which fabric is this? So very easy answer is there, by touching it or by feeling it. Okay, so you might have noticed that some fabrics are very soft in nature, some are coarse and some are silky. Okay, and also we are wearing different kinds of clothes in different seasons. Like in the summer season we used to wear cotton clothes, in winter season we used to wear woolen clothes. Okay, in the monsoon season we are wearing raincoats, which is considered as artificial material. Okay, so like these are different seasons we are wearing different kinds of clothes. Okay, but before that the very first question arrives, that what is the main purpose of the clothing? Okay, so the answer is very simple, that clothes cover our body, also protect us from sunlight, also different weather conditions, insect bite, and but obvious, with the help of clothes we are looking very smart and presentable. Okay, so these are the reason behind the clothing. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to learn about how different types of clothes are made. Okay, so let's start. Even if you are going to buy some clothes into the malls or shops, your mother would often ask that which material is this. So shopkeeper might answer that whether this material is denim, means jeans, or silk, or rayon or chiffon or cotton, like this way. Okay, so why these fabrics are having different kinds of name, why they are having different kinds of structure, that thing we are going to learn. So let's start. To understand about the fabric, let's going to go through the two activities. First I will explain the first activity. Okay, over here what you have to do, you have to pick any waste material from your home. It is very easily available. Okay, so and from that waste material try to pull out a thread. It is easy to pull out the thread. Okay, so after this activity you understood that by combining these different threads together, the fabric are getting formed. Okay, then take that thread only and try to untwist it. Okay, so from that you can easily able to identify that very tiny hair like strands are coming out from the thread. Okay, so that is nothing but the fiber. Okay, so from this activity, these two activities, we understood that 2 to 3 hair like strands are combined together and we will get a thread, strong, long, continuous straight thread like structure, and combining these threads we will going to obtain the fabric. Okay, so this is the basic journey from fiber to fabric. Okay, now let's understand what are fibers, yarn, or should I say thread, and fabric. Here comes the first one, that is fibers. What is the definition of fiber? It is written, a thin hair like strand is called fibers. Okay, it is very fine hair like strands are there, and these are nothing but the fibers. Okay, still if you are not getting that, let me tell you that sometimes from your clothes a very thin tiny hair like strand comes out, that is nothing but the fiber. Okay, from the woolen clothes or from the cottons. Okay, basically fibers are used in manufacturing of the fabric. See, about chemistry, fibers means what? This tiny hair like strand which is used for manufacturing the fabric. But in biology, fibers means the food which consists of dietary fibers, which we just understood in the second chapter, components of food. Okay, now let's moving to the next, that is yarn. Okay, yarn means a long continuous strong thread which is formed by twisting fiber. Okay, in the last activity we understood to when we untwist the thread we will get fibers. So we can conclude that by twisting the fibers together we will get a long continuous strong thread. It is known as yarn. Okay, and this twisting of fibers for forming the yarn, this process is known as spinning process. Now next one is fabric. Fabric means what? Fabric means any material of cloth that we use to wear. For example, cotton, silk, wool, nylon, so many different kinds of fabrics are available. Okay, so these fabric is obtained at last from the fibers. So I can say that there are various types of fibers are available. Okay, so let's understand that fibers in detail. Okay, here it is written a small flow chart, that is types of fiber. Okay, different types of fibers are available, so that's why it is categorized mainly into two types, that is natural fiber and artificial fiber. Natural fibers means the fibers which obtained from the plants and animals, which is easily available. Okay, artificial fibers means what? Man-made fibers are known as artificial fibers. Okay, now let's understand the natural fibers in detail. These natural fibers are further classified into two types, that is plant fibers and animal fibers. Okay, plant fibers means the fibers which obtain from the plants. Okay, in by the different parts of the plant. Okay, for example, cotton is obtained from cotton plant, hence it is plant fiber. Jute plant will give you jute fibers. Okay, hemp is obtained, hemp is also a kind of natural fiber which was invented or which was found in Iran, and hemp is the strongest plant fiber as we get. Okay, and last one is coir. Coir is nothing but the outer husk part of the coconut. From that we can make mats, baskets, etc. Okay, so we have gone through the plant fiber. Now it's time to learn animal fibers. Okay, animal fibers are obtained from the animals. How but? Okay, so answer is very simple. Some animals are there which are having very thick coat of hair on their body. Okay, that is known as fleece. Okay, for example rabbit, for example camel, goat, then sheep, yak, etc. So that kind of fleece we are going to obtain from the animals, and from that we can make woolen clothes. Okay, so like this way wool is considered as a animal fibers. Silk is the most famous and trendy fabric right nowadays in the India. Okay, what is the reason behind that? Because it is very expensive and look very nice. Okay, so this silk is obtained from an insect named as silkworm, and from the silkworm we will get silk fibers. Okay, now next one is artificial fibers examples, that is PVC. It is a full form, that's why I have short form, that's why I have written capital P, capital V, capital C. PVC means polyvinyl chloride. Okay, it is used for flooring purpose. As you know that sometimes the tiles might not look good, so at that time on the tiles we are going to cover one plastic like structure, that is nothing but the polyvinyl chloride used for flooring purpose. Nylon is used to make swimming suits, also making strong ropes, okay, fish catching nets and all. Okay, next one is rayon. Rayon is also used for making some important industrial uses. Okay, next one is polyester. Polyester is very common in the monsoon season. People used to wear polyester because it dries quickly. Okay, and last one is polyacrylic. Okay, polyacrylic is a kind of replica of wool. Okay, this is also, polyacrylic is also used for making different kinds of woolen clothes. Okay, so like this way we understood the types of fiber in detail. In the 6th standard they have focused on the plant fibers. In the 7th standard you will learn about animal fibers, and in the 8th standard you will learn about artificial fibers. So this 6th standard is a basic of these fibers and fabrics. Okay, I hope you understood the introduction of fiber to fabric. Next time we will going to continue to learn plant fibers in detail. Okay, till then keep smiling, stay healthy. Thank you so much. See ya. Bye.